Hey, Shalom Akim. This is Yabba Tazah coming back with another video. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. I got another article up here. I guess it's from the publisher is America or RT.com. All right, it says America's Satanic Temple launches anti-school spanking campaign in Texas. All right, which is the published time. You can see the date, which was today. All right, it says you see the picture, you see this billboard, and what is the first thing that pops out to you, man? You know what I'm saying? You see the pentagram. All right, that's a satanic symbol. All right, and what does Satan mean? You know what I'm saying, man? Like, before I start getting heated up all over again, these these people think that we're ignorant to these devices, man. To Satan's devices, we're not ignorant. The word Satan, which goes back to the Hebrew word shatan, which means adversary. You're an adversary, man. You Edomites, all right? And you're trying to brainwash and indoctrinate the children in the schools. And y'all have already infiltrated the schools, man. All right, y'all have already infiltrated them. All right, you already feed our children lies, through y'all's curriculum. Okay, starting from when they're little children in kindergarten, man. Kindergarten goes back to the kinder means children, garden means a garden because the children are like a garden. You're planting y'all seed of deceptions and lies and doctrines into our children at a very early stage, man. You know that the children are as soil. That's why you call them kindergarten, or kindergartens. Then they're first grade, second, different levels until they hit like a sophomore and things of that nature. What sophomore is an oxymoron, which means sophomore is a wise moron. All right. So like if you read this article, which I'm gonna read into, because the first thing you pops out when you see this the billboard is a satanic, the inverted pentagram, the star, the 5-pointed star, and what do you see in the middle? Baphomet. Which Baphomet, what does that mean? Baptized in wisdom. All right. Well, whose wisdom? It's not the wisdom of the Bible. All right, because as you see in the title, it clearly tells you what they're trying to go up against. Spanking. What does spanking do? Discipline. It corrects one from their error to lead them into the way of walking in righteousness according to the Bible, the scriptures, the Lashon Kodash. All right, and we already know what's going on, man. But I want to read it. This is the article which popped up today. It says the growing number of satanic temple followers have been making their presence felt across America and are now campaigning to outlaw corporal punishment in schools. The organization this week unveiled a huge billboard in Springtown, Texas, as part of their project Children Protect Children project, which read, "Never be hit in the school again. Exercise your religious rights." Okay? So basically they're trying to play like they're gonna save the children. Basically they're these Satanists, man. They're Luciferians. They all worship the same deity. All right, they're narcissists. They're narcissists. All right, they have egos. All right, they think they're their own man. They think they're their own God. Okay, and then they can continue and pave their own way. Being homosexual, being feminine, all right, which the Bible condemns all that, man. The Bible doesn't condemn discipline. The Bible doesn't condemn one chastising a child, okay? The Bible doesn't condemn that. Now, do I agree with someone disciplining a child, a father or mother's child? Outside of that, no, I don't agree with that. I believe that the father and mother are the only ones that should be laying the hand or the belt across the child. All right. Now, this is all set up that these Satanists are just trying to basically just tell you in your face to the parents, you ain't got shit, you can't control nothing. We're gonna do what we want to your children. That's basically what they're doing, man. All right, but they're trying to use this certain thing happened with what I'm about to read right here between the principal and two students. It says Springtown made headlines in 2012 after a male vice principal spanked two female students aged 15, 16, leaving welts, blisters, and bruises, according to the teens' parents. You see, which I don't agree with that, but the parents should be the ones disciplining the children. But this is just a way to it's just a stepping stone for these demons, for these Satanists, all right, the elite, to get into the children's head, man, to indoctrinate them with their wickedness. That's all it is, man. All right. Before I move on, I want to read Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. So that's what's going on, man. There's nothing but spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. Because we already know the school systems are set up to indoctrinate and brainwash our children at an early age. All right. So what you're doing is it's not new to us, especially to the Akim, all right, that are in the knowing, all right. Y'all have already been doing what you're trying to do to our children. You know what I'm saying? The children are rebellious as hell. We can't even touch our children. You know, we can't even discipline the children. All right. But you know, it's just ridiculous, man. You know, you got these damn Satanists acting like they're gonna come and rescue the children. You know, they're not gonna rescue. All they're gonna do is lead the children into further and more damnation. All right. It says, I'm gonna keep reading. While corporal punishment is still legal in Texas with parental consent, it was at that time illegal for a member of the opposite sex to paddle a student. The Springtown ISD Board of Trustees later changed the policy to allow an administrator of the opposite sex to dole out the punishment on condition that an administrator of the same sex supervises. The temple's poster was apparently ill received by some locals and torn down just one day after it was erected. The group says this will be reinstating. We will be reinstating the billboard. The Satanic Temple plans to post billboards near schools that still practice corporal punishment, which is legal in 19 states, including Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Louisiana, and Mississippi. The temple is requesting donations to help fund the campaign. All right, which is it's the Church of Satan, man. All right, which this has already been going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got another article posted up that I want to bring out just to further bring more things out. But the Bible is the way of what a man should be following, man. All right, and that's what we harp on here at Great Millstone. And we try to do the best of our ability to raise our family. But at the same time, we're being torn down, man. And now you got these damn devils, these Satanists, trying to creep in. You know? This place got to go, man. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 12. Start at verse, let's see, verse 5. It says, Hebrews 12 and 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If you endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if you be without chastenment, whereof all are partakers, then are you bastards and not sons? For furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not that much more rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastising for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So to be chastised is through, whether it be through the Spirit of the Lord or by our earthly fathers and parents. Our parents can either yield rebelliousness or it's going to yield the peaceful fruits, which is meaning the fruits are what? Your actions, man. So to be chastised is to be whipped, to be disciplined. Though that is beneficial, man. All right. Now you got these different programs that are out there telling you can't touch your child, you can't do anything to your child. They're telling you there's a certain way to discipline your child, But through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, through our spirit, our laws, our teachings that are in the Bible, tell us on how to do it and what's gonna be shown out of that, Lord will. it's gonna yield peaceful fruits. Okay, but in here you got these Satanists that are trying to take that away. You know, because you don't learn nothing from that, man. If you're not being disciplined, you're left out and you're considered a bastard, man. If you're not disciplined, basically your parents don't love you, man. They're just leaving you out in the cold, you know. And that's what these Satanists are trying to do, man. They're trying to tell you, hey, you do what you want. You do what thou willest. That whole Aleister Crowley, do what thou willest. That's the whole vibration this whole world is under right now, man. You know? Let me go ahead and bring out that other article real quick. I don't want to stay too long on here. All right, this is the BBC News magazine, Decoding the Symbols on the Satan Statue by James Morgan, August 1st, 2015. So this one's been out for a minute. You know, this is the Baphomet with the two children that was erected over there in Oklahoma City. All right, I believe it was right here. Let me see where it's at. Right here it says, long term, the Satanic Temple wants to move the piece 900 miles southwest and erect it opposite or Salakia and erect it opposite a Ten Commandments monument outside Oklahoma City's Capitol building. So they're wanting to replace that over the Ten Commandments. All right, this Baphomet, man, you know, saying that this is their new god. All right, this is their new god, and this god is going to rule the children. It says this plan was thrown into doubt when Oklahoma Supreme Court ruled the use of state property to benefit a religion and banned under the state constitution. The fate of both the Satanist statue and the Ten Commandments monument is now unclear. All right, but basically it goes in, breaks down the name and what it represents, the symbols. All right, but the point is right here where I want to get. You know, you see the children. I believe this one was erected in Detroit. All right, you see the same pentagram right behind his head, which was on that billboard. It's Satan, man. It's Luciferian. It's wicked, man. It says, we hope children will see this as a beautiful work of art. There is nothing to be afraid of. That's what children symbolize, says Greaves. The goat's face has a neutral expression. It's not demonic, ferocious, or monstrous, as people make it out to be. If you look at without the cultural baggage, but do children really have nothing to be afraid of of Satan? I don't think children approaching the monument without being primed by propaganda will find anything horrific about it, says Greaves. But we're not about indoctrinating children. For the most part, children are forced into religion. That's something we definitely don't care about. You see, in the Bible is not, especially with us, the brothers that are in the weight, that are in the knowing. All right, as Hebrew Israelites, we're not no religion, man. We're set on laws, statutes, and commandments, laws, ordinances, regulations on how we should conduct ourselves on the earth and live a peaceful life. All right, we're not no religion, man. All right, y'all saying this, you wicked 2/3 and you Edomites and all y'all want to do what y'all want, man. Y'all want to be faggots, homosexuals. All right, y'all want to have two men raising up kids. All right, you want a man to give birth. You want to do all this madness and wickedness, man. That's why you're trying to do away with the Ten Commandments. That's why you're trying to do away with the Most High. You know, that's why you're trying to do away with the Bible. And now you're trying to destroy the children, man. You've been destroying the children, but now it's just coming out into the open, man. You know, it's just proving that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. This is Proverbs 23:13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. If thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell. And that's a beautiful thing, man. You know. Now, if that child doesn't want to take it as that, hey, then he's basically a son of the wicked one, man. All right. This is Deuteronomy 6:1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord Yahweh commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither so go to possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy power to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I commanded thee, thou, thy son's son, all the days of thy life, that thy days may be prolonged. So it's talking about the law, statutes, and commandments that were given by Yahweh, Yahweh Shai up on high on Mount Sinai to Moses, man, to the people, the Israelites. Deuteronomy 6:3. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord thy power of thy fathers had promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord thy power is one Lord. That's right. That's Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. They are one under one agreement. And this law, this book does not change, man. The law, statutes, commandments do not change. Verse 5. And thou shalt love thy Lord with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them, for a sign upon thine head, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon thy posts of thy house and on thy gates. All right, see? So it's a commandment that we teach our children these law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? And the scriptures talk about chastisement, to be chastised. All right? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. And we know that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? But that's pretty soon it's going to be taken away. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. And it happens to be you so-called white people, man. You Edomites, you international bankers, you elites. Y'all are the ones that are the wicked that rule the earth. All right. And y'all are all allowing these wickedness to be pushed out. You know, for example, you got these Satanists, all right, that are trying to launch a campaign against schools to stop corporal punishment, whatever you want to call it, But the point is, even if a mother or father decides to spank the child, it still could be looked and frowned upon, So either way, y'all have already infiltrated. The children already basically in y'all's hands, you know what I'm saying, except for the elect, all right, the elect women and children, all right, the 144,000 of Yasha'Allah. We are going to be the ones, Lord will, I'm part of that number, but they're going to be the ones that are going to be redeemed from this wicked place, man. All right. But I just wanted to share that with y'all brothers, man. We're in some highly satanic times right now. The frequencies of righteousness and the frequencies of wickedness has exceeded, man, in 2017. And we've got to push this truth out much more harder. We see all the signs that are going on right now, the different destructions, the devastations that are occurring, in the other foreign areas, the remote areas of Latin America. All right, you got all the different riots and the wars that are being pushed out here in the Middle East. The uprisings and things of that nature. The different natural disasters that are going on over here in the northeast. With the snows and the tornadoes that are happening over here down south. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff is just set up, man. And it's set up through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that it was going to be this way. All right, so we just got to tighten up, gird up ourselves and get ready for this thing, because all hell is about to break loose, man. But I want to leave it with that, brothers. I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Until next time, I want to say shalom.